Hey, what's up YouTube? This is my first week on the channel, so I'm going to do my intro video and I'm going to talk about week 17 subject, which is what is the worst part about transitioning so far for you. Tori asked me to let Mr. Teddy Bear be in the video because he's here for moral support right now, which I need because I'm very nervous about this. This is obviously not my room. Tori's room. Anyhow, my name is Leo, aka Choker. Choker is my alter ego slash stage name slash nickname. I'm 19, almost 20 years old, and I'm from the Warren area. A little bit about myself. I identify as male. I'm a transgender male. As far as where I am in my transition, as of the time that I'm making this video, which is Monday, and I'm going to post it on Friday. But as of right now, I've been on testosterone for 19 days. Oh, the bed just moved. Holy shit. And as you can tell, my voice is changing already, which is awesome. Makes me really happy. I'm pre-op, pre-name change, and haven't had my gender marker changed yet. But in 2 weeks, my therapist is going to fill out those papers to change my gender marker on my license, so that's going to be taken care of pretty soon. I do plan on getting my name changed, getting a surgery and all that, but I've been meaning to do that for a long time, but I'm going to do that as soon as I'm financially able to. Anyhow, the next question is, am I out or not? I came out when I was 16, and I've been living full-time as male since then, and when I was 16, I basically cut off contact with anyone I knew at that point in time. I dropped out of high school because I got harassed like crazy there, which is one of the reasons that I dropped out before I began to transition, because I was always very genderqueer, and, you know, that's one thing that I always got teased about. And I started a new job. I quit my job at Arby's and started somewhere else where I was stealth, except to the managers who obviously had to know. But that's when I started living full-time as male when I was 16. Right now, I'm stealth in my daily life. I don't disclose the fact that I'm trans to anyone in my daily life, and like, unless they have to see my license or know my legal name for paperwork or whatever, so at like the doctor's office or whatever. And obviously at the bar, I'm out, and the majority of my close friends do know I'm trans because I either met them at the bar, or I still have a few friends that I knew way earlier in my transition, and a couple who I even knew before I was transitioning. And they obviously know because they knew me way back when, and I used to be a lot more open, and I used to tell a lot of people when I met them that I was trans. I don't really do that now. Or some people have found out from, you know, word of mouth. The topic for week 17 was, what is the worst part about transitioning for you so far? There's a lot of things that are really rough related to transitioning. You know, I've had a lot of discrimination, a lot of harassment. I could go on about harassment. I could make a whole video about harassment, but I'm not going to, because that hasn't been the hardest part for me. The hardest part for me has been the gender dysphoria. I've always had some sort of gender dysphoria going on with myself for as long as I can remember. Ever since I was like a little kid. Tori, really? Seriously?
I told you I'd make you a sandwich.
Tori's bringing me a sandwich. She's awesome. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Like a brother slash sister.
I'm both.
Fuck you. Where was I? Oh yeah, I've always had some sort of gender dysphoria going on with myself, even since I was a little kid. I would blatantly reject the idea that I was not completely male. Like, when I was a little kid, you know, I was convinced that I had a male body, and that was simple to me, and it was everybody else that was crazy. But I felt really dysphoric before I transitioned, because when you tell people that, you know, hey mom, I'm not what you think I am, I'm not the gender that I was born as, and people tell you you're crazy. But when I finally found out the term transgender when I was about 15, I think, I felt a little less dysphoric, because, you know, I finally knew that I wasn't alone, I wasn't crazy like everybody told me I was. And when I started transitioning, I became a little less dysphoric. But I also, when I had my first puberty, was when it really hit me, because it was like I'd look in the mirror and I would just want to destroy what I saw in the mirror, because to me it's hard to explain gender dysphoria to somebody who was born in their gender and, you know, born male or female and is perfectly happy with it. But most of my life, until I finally understood and finally started transitioning, and even while I'm still transitioning, sometimes I would look in the mirror and just want to destroy what I saw in the mirror, because it was exactly the opposite of what I knew it should be. And I was especially dysphoric for the past 3 years since I started transitioning, because I felt like I was stuck at a plateau. Like, I got a binder, started packing, used a men's restroom, went by a male name, all that stuff. I don't know if you can tell, but from this webcam, but I used Rogaine on my face to grow sideburns. It didn't really grow facial hair anywhere else, and I need to dye my sideburns right now because they come in colorless, not like my hair color, which is brown. But anyhow, I felt like I was stuck in my transition. Like, I'd never get anywhere, because everywhere I turned, there's always something getting in the way of doing what I wanted to do, which was change my name, change my gender legally, get surgery, etc. And since I've started hormones, I've become a lot less dysphoric. I used to be really self-destructive against my body and myself, but since I started hormones, I think it's the peace of mind that I know that I'm now going through the puberty that I always knew I should have, and my body on the outside is gonna start matching my inside, and that just really comforts me in a sort of way. But anyhow, I'm gonna stop rambling now, because this is literally the 4th time I have recorded this video, because, don't ask me why, but I'm sort of nervous about talking to a computer and the rest of YouTube watching it. Anyhow, I want to thank Cage for letting me finally join the OTK channel, and Tori for letting me use her webcam and torture her while I made her go downstairs, because I wouldn't let her watch me do this. But I'm going to be sharing Fridays with Cage from now on, so tune in next week for my week 2 and probably touch on a week 18 video. Peace out, guys.